So class, good day. So our topic for today will be about the cost uh, recovery or the zero no profit method, okay, in accounting for revenues, no. So for today, we will be tackling lang muna the uh, application of the cost recovery method or the zero profit method in the long-term construction contract. So class, please take note of the concept, no? Yung concept po ng cost recovery method po, no? Yung very concept ng cost recovery method is we recognize, no? We recognize revenue. We only recognize revenue to the extent, okay? To the extent of costs incurred. Okay, ito po yung main concept ng cost recovery method, that is to recognize revenue to the extent of costs incurred. Okay? That is why class, no, ang cost recovery method or zero profit method under PFRS 15, no, under PFRS 15, it is also called, no, as, okay, under PFRS 15, this method is also called the point in time method. No, point in time method in the sense that we only recognize the profit, no, upon completion of the project. No, doon lang tayo magre-recognize ng profit, no? No? Because take note of this formula, 'di ba? As in recognizing gross profit or in computing the gross profit, the formula is the sales, okay, minus the cost, no? Minus the cost. So what if ang concept, 'di ba, is we only recognize revenue to the extent of cost incurred. That's why if yung sales is equal lang po, no? Equal lang sila sa cost. So therefore, your gross profit will be zero. No, yung gross profit will be zero. So this is actually one of the main concept din sa cost recovery method, no? In that under the cost recovery or zero profit method, the gross profit, no, until the project is completed, zero muna yung gross profit. No? Exception lang po dyan, exception lang, the main exception to the general rule, okay? The exception to the general rule, ito yung general rule eh. Okay? Ito, general rule, no? The sales or the revenue is equal to the cost. Now, the exception to the general rule is the anticipated loss. Okay? The anticipated loss. Okay? Remember this anticipated loss or the expected loss natin, no? Remember this one. This happens when, no, the total contract cost or the total estimated cost or the total contract cost upon completion of the project exceeds the total, no, total contract price or the total revenue, no? Ayan. So this happens no when the total cost exceeds the total contract price. Ano yung rule class? If we have anticipated loss, we will recognize this loss no in the period, no, recognize the loss outright, okay? Or 100%, no, 100% when incurred in that specific period. So remember this, 'di ba? Ito yung yung sinasabi kong complexity with regards sa um long-term construction contract accounting, no? Yung accounting for LTCC. So ayan. So please bear in mind lang. So again, focus lang tayo sa concept. The concept is recognize revenue to the extent of costs incurred, no? Now, because of that concept, no, we know that if we only recognize revenue to the extent of cost, the revenue is equal to the cost. Now, when revenue is equal to the cost, the gross profit as a general rule is zero. No? Kaya, sinasabi din na zero profit because zero muna yung profit until the completion of the project. Now, the only exception to the general rule dyan po is with regards sa anticipated loss. Now, whether the percentage of completion method or the zero profit method yung ginagamit, yung anticipated loss po is we recognize this one po, recognize po outright or 100% in the period it arises or it um, na-incur siya. So that will be the theoretical discussion as regard sa um, zero profit method. So take note under PFRS 15 then the zero profit method is actually the point in time, no? Point in time approach natin. Okay? Now to further understand these concepts, no? Sa discussion, let's apply this discussion sa ating um, problems. Okay? I have prepared some problems. So ito yung problems natin dito. So as you can see in your screen. Okay? So okay. Sige. So, tingnan natin. Let's apply the concept dito sa problem. So, you have at least three problems in this case. Okay. Now, so, problem number one, no? The question is, what amount of revenue, no? Should X company recognize for the year ended December 31, 2026? Okay. So, let's read the facts, no? X company is constructing a tunnel for 800 million. 800 million po, this is your ano, this is considered as your the contract price. Okay, contract price. Construction began in 2024 and estimated to be completed in 2028. At December 31, 2026, X has incurred totaling 356 million. So yung 356 million, that is already the cumulative, no, the cumulative costs. Okay? Cumulative costs. With 85 million that of incurred in 2026. Yung 85 million daw out of the 356 million incurred in 2026. 143 million in 2025 and the remainder daw in 2024. Now, X believes that it complete the 30% of the tunnel during 2026, although that may change based on future activity. The X company uses PFRS for 15 for its accounting and regards its cost numbers as very uncertain. Now, class, if the problem states na very uncertain siya or there is an inherent hazard or whatever indication, no, suggesting the use of recovery method, no, cost recovery method, mas maganda if yung cost recovery method is explicitly stated na pinapagamit yung cost recovery. But even if it is not no explicitly mentioned in the problem, no, so long na ito yung mga wordings na nagsasuggest na ipagamit yung cost recovery, ito yung cost niya or yung completion is very uncertain, there's uncertainty in the completion, there is an inherent hazard in the beyond the normal terms or beyond the perceived business risk, or yan yung mga kind of wording, it actually suggests that the company use the cost recovery or the zero profit approach. Okay, in this case, this problem again, it suggests the use of the cost recovery approach. Now, okay, so back tayo to the concept. Ano yung concept? The concept is we only recognize revenue to the extent of the cost, incurred. Now, for 2026, magkano yung cost? The cost incurred in 2026 was 85 million daw. This 30%, okay, 30% na percentage of completion, kindly ignore that one, no? Irrelevant yung percentage of completion when we are accounting using the zero profit method. Now, so magkano yung 2026? That's 85 million, no? 85 million yung cost. Now, this is also as well your revenue, no? This is as well your revenue, and therefore the answer here is letter dog, no? So yung amount of revenue will be 85 million. Now, why zero profit? It's because the revenue, no, the revenue is 85 million. And the cost gihapon is 85 million. Therefore, your profit is zero. Okay? But for this problem, since what is asked is the revenue, so 85 million yung revenue equal to the cost. Pag inask what is the profit or how much will be the profit, you will answer of course zero. Okay? So I hope you get that one. No? So very easy, problem number one, very easy. Okay. Problem number two naman. Okay. So, problem number two, same concept pa rin. So, under these conditions, what amount of loss naman, if any, should the company recognize in each of the following years? So, 2025 and for 2026. Now, X Inc. has a contract to construct a large hotel for 12 million. No? The contract was signed on January 2, 2024, and it was expected that the hotel would be complete on December 31, 2027. At the date the contract was signed, X Inc. anticipated the cost of construction. Okay? Ito yung total cost of construction natin, 11 million at the date at 2024. Yung contract price natin is 12 million, di ba? Now, at the end of 2025, okay, the total cost estimated rose to 11,870,000. So, ano yung another way natin, another way to the exception, I'm sorry, the exception to the general rule. The exception to the general rule is with regards sa anticipated loss, no? So, sa anticipated loss. Sir, how do we get this anticipated loss again? The anticipated loss, actually, you will only compare the total, no, cost, no, versus the contract price. Now, if the total cost exceeded the contract price or the total contract price, then meron tayong anticipated loss recognized outright to 100% in the period, no, na nag-arise siya or na-incur, no. So for 2025, as you can see, you will compare lang, no, the total contract price or the total cost. Ito for the total cost, or ito dapat contract price muna. Contract price is 12 million, no? So 12 million yung contract price, and then at the end of 2025, no, the total estimated cost, no, is 11 870, no. 11 870. Okay. 11,870. So in this case, last, no, the contract price exceeded the total cost. So in this case, wala pa tayong anticipated loss. No loss, no? No loss yet. Wala pa tayong anticipated loss is because yung total contract cost is hindi pa siya nag-exceed sa contract price. Mas malaki pa rin yung contract price. Okay? So for 2025, no loss. For 2026, tingnan natin yung 2026. At the end of 2026, the total cost estimate rose to 12.4 million. So at the end of 2026, yung total cost na actually nag-rose na siya to 12.4 million. Due to uncertain circumstances, Inc. believes that inherent hazards in the contract beyond the normal recurring business risks. Now, these kinds of wording, again class, please take note, this kind of wordings, okay, it suggests that we will use the zero profit method, no? Or the cost recovery method. Now, kahit hindi na sabihin sa problem na we use the zero profit approach, so long as so long that present itong mga wordings, it suggests that we use the zero profit method. Okay? X Inc. expects to recover all costs under the contract. Under these conditions, what amount of loss, no, if any, ayan. So, for 2026, as you can see, yung total contract price hindi naman nagbago. It's still 12 million, no? Versus now, magkano? Magkano na yung total cost? That's 12.4 million. No, therefore, mas mataas na mas mataas na yung total cost versus the contract price. Magkano yung taas niya, magkano siya na-exceed, that's 400,000. So therefore, for 2026, we will recognize this loss of 400,000 outright, no? Outright. So 400,000. So therefore, for 2025, zero yung loss. For 2026, we have 400,000 loss. So our answer would be letter boy. Okay? Yan. So far so good, no? So yan lang. Okay? Sige. Now, for our last illustration or for last example problem or sample problem, no, tingnan natin naman on how we will apply the zero profit approach. Okay. So, question is, under these conditions, what amount of revenue should X recognize in each of the following years? Okay. So itong mas similar yung facts niya, tingnan natin. Similar ba sa number 2? Tingnan natin. X Inc. has a contract to construct a large hotel for 12 million. So this is the contract price. The contract was signed on January 2 and it was expected that the hotel would be complete on December 31, 2026 or 2027. At the date the contract was signed, X Inc. anticipated the cost of construction would total 11 million. At the end of 2025, the costs incurred were 3,490. Okay, now in this problem class, take note that at the end of 2025, no, the cost incurred was 3,490 and the total estimate the contract cost rose to 1170. Now take note of this one big class because ang first step natin na gagawin dito is we need first to compare the total cost. Iti-test muna natin whether or not there is an anticipated loss. Okay? So, magkano yung anticipated? Is there any anticipated loss to begin with, no? Na natin. Anticipated loss. So, magkano yung contract price? 12 million. Magkano yung total cost or total contract cost estimated? That is 11, no, 11,870. So far, wala naman tayong anticipated loss for 2025. So, wala tayong loss dyan. Zero loss. Okay? Wala tayong loss. So therefore, gagamit pa rin tayo ng zero profit method. Or obviously, no, the concept of the zero profit method is that we recognize revenue to the extent of cost incurred. So magkano ba yung cost incurred? So, for 2025, the cost incurred was 3,490. So, for 2025, we will recognize revenue for, okay, ito. Revenue natin, ito na lang. Okay, 2025. Okay, ito 2026 eh. So, ito revenue. Okay. So, revenue, okay. Walang natin. Revenue. Magkano for 2025? That is, how much? That is 3,490. 3,490. O, similar din dito sa cost actually, equal lang siya sa cost incurred, 3,490. Therefore, your gross profit actually, gross profit is zero. Wala tayong gross loss because wala naman tayong anticipated loss. Zero loss naman tayo eh. Now, for 2026, tingnan natin. 2026, the company incurred costs of 4,020,000. And by the end of 2026, the total cost estimate rose to 12.4 million. In this case po, meron naman po tayong ano na naman dito, loss. No, meron tayong anticipated loss in this case. So, however, since yung lang naman po, yung pinapa-ask lang is revenue, no? So, anyway, we will have to discuss as well the how much is case. No? Dito ito yung to date natin or ito yung cumulative natin. Cumulative balance. Lagay na tayo cumulative balance. Okay? Cumulative balance. No? For 2026, okay, 12 million contract price. How much is the how much was the estimated total contract cost? 12.4 million na siya. Okay? How much is the anticipated loss? That is 400,000. So therefore, no, in your gross profit or loss dito, loss natin, we have at least 400,000 dito for 2026. 400,000. Okay, 400,000 dapat yung gross loss natin. For revenue natin, actually, equal lang yan sa equal lang yan sa how much? Yung revenue equal lang yan sa total cost incurred. Asan na yung total cost incurred? Yun, yung 4,020,000. Ito yung 4,020,000 natin. Okay? 4,020,000. Okay? And then, actually, hindi pa dapat to 400,000 eh. Okay? 4,020,000 and then, magkano yung yung cost? Similar din. That's for 4,020,000. However, kailangan po nating i-recognize kasi yung yung anticipated loss na 400,000. So, actually class, yung sagot na natin dito, yung sagot natin for this one, since what is asked is the amount of revenue naman, what is asked is the amount of revenue. So that would be the 3,490,000, okay, blue ko na lang, 3,490,000 and 4,020,000 20,000. So the answer actually class is letter A na yung sagot dito. Okay? Yan. Now, for purposes of discussion lang doon sa anticipated loss, what will happen to the anticipated loss? We'll total this one. How much is this? 3,490. Okay, 3,490 plus 4,020,000. This should be 7,510,000. No? 7,510,000. And then, 3,490, okay, plus 4 million, ayun, similar lang actually. 7,510. Okay? And then therefore, your cumulative gross profit or loss must be zero. However, we must recognize this 400,000 loss outright. So, dapat meron tayong 400,000 loss. Okay? So, yung 400,000 loss po, no? Ayan, it will be considered as what? Expense na. Debit expense and credit whatever account dito na as applicable. No? So, that would be 400,000. Okay, so since this 400,000 po pertains to the anticipated loss that we will recognize actually in 2026 outright po 100%. So, ayan. So, 400,000 anticipated loss. So, therefore, no, what is asked actually is the ano, actually, pwede rin tayong construction cost of goods. Pwede rin siyang cost of goods sold. Okay? So, so that kung yung question, what will be the answer if the what is asked is the gross profit, you will answer of course 400,000. If what is asked is the amount of revenue, the answer is um to the extent of the cost incurred, which is 3,490,000 and 4,020,000. No? What is kung yung question is what will be the gross profit, no? Um, for 2025 zero, and for 2026 you will answer 400,000 as your gross loss in that case. Okay? So, I think that will be the problems natin dito. So, please take note lang, no, the concept of zero profit method as applied in long-term construction contracts. Okay? So, recognize revenue, no? To the extent of the cost incurred. Okay? Ayan, as a general rule, and take note lang if there is an anticipated loss. However, for purposes of anticipated loss po, relevant lang si anticipated loss when the question asks for the amount of gross profit or gross loss. Any other else, wala na siyang relevance doon. Okay? So, ayan. So, I hope um, you get the discussion. So next discussion natin will be or about the cost recovery method as applied under installment sales naman. Okay, under installment contracts. So thank you so much.